back to another stream with Red Deere. My name is Red Deere. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, guess what? It's been 3 years. 3 years. That's unreal. I almost completely forgot. Hey, see what I did there? Aha, hello. Yes, hello. How are you? Did you pick up a, Did you pick up a party hat? You did. No, don't worry about the, don't worry about it. Don't worry about the fact that they might be last year's stock. Don't worry about it. Well, in all honesty, the very first anniversary, I ordered about 100,000. And I'm not ever gonna buy any more. So I think from now until the end of time, they're going to be the same hats. Everybody gets the same hats from last year. I hope you don't mind. Yep. Party hat, party hat, party hat, party hat! There you go. There you go. Awesome. And then we got a jalapeno pizza. Pizza. There we go. It's jalapeno and bacon. Yeah, I splurged a little. There might be a little bit of tomato, maybe even some ham. And pepperoni. It's delicious. This was the pizza I would like sneak from the buffet at the Chuck E. Cheese. You have, I think at the Chuck E. Cheese I went to when I was a kid, you had to pay for the buffet. So, whoops, I always snuck somebody else in the buffet pizza. I think I went there maybe 3 or 4 times for my birthday. For mine and my brother's birthday. We didn't rent out a room, we never had a party. Our parents would just like take us. And then that's when my brother realized that because somebody else was having a birthday party. Someone else was born on the day of his birth. And that's when he realized that he's not the only person that was born that day. Same with me. I realized I was not the only person born the day I was born. You know, it's just many things that you find out when you're a kid. As you get older, you're not special. Lots of crazy things happening in the Vtubers world right now. But we're not really here to talk about it. We're here to talk about me, Red Deere. Yeah, this is a nice... We still have the animatronics. There's our, I think the phase 2, phase 3 animatronics. Or whatever phase it is. The phase before they shut everything down. That's the one these guys are in. Munch's Make-Believe Band, Chuck E. Cheese, and Pasquale's, whatever it was he was. And you can hear people playing the arcade. I hope you can hear it. I'm more worried about whether or not you can hear me. With all due respect. For the 3 years, I'm going to tell you something. It's not an exaggeration. Time really does sneak up. You're just going through it. Sometimes you'll just go through the motions. Sometimes you will be really hyper, very excited to be doing what you're doing. And you're just going to go all in on it. No matter what's going on in your life, you're just going to do it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just this motivation that turns you into, that makes you follow a path blindly. You're not really thinking about it. I don't know how to describe it. guess that's what this probably is what it means to be in love. Well, I would imagine. I don't have anything prepared to say today. Just kind of work in the room as best I can. Let's get on with the itinerary. Do what we're here to do. React to my reaction. You see, the Chuck E. Cheese we went to last year is a little bit different, I think. We went to Chuck E. Cheese last year, right? Or was that the year before last year? No, the year before last year we went to the Little Caesars inside of a Kmart. No. Last year we went to a different Chuck E. Cheese. It wasn't as nice. We had animatronics. And then it was my chatting stream where we went to not a Chuck E. Cheese, a Little Caesars inside of a cave. Was it a Sears? I don't remember. All right. All right, check it. I hope you don't mind the volume. I hope you guys don't mind being able to kind of sort of not really hear the Chuck E. Cheese ambience. I feel like it really adds to the atmosphere and mood. What do you say? Yes? You don't really have an option here. I hope you understand that. So let me preface this. So I did not react to my debut on my very first anniversary. I thought it was silly and tacky. And then the second year anniversary, I decided it would be funny to react to my anniversary stream. Because at the time, I did not realize just how bad it actually was, my debut. I only skipped to the part where I actually do react to the debut. If you want to see the whole anniversary stream, it's on the channel. I did not save the link. Hold on, I have the link here. Let's see. Yeah. Nope, that's me. That's the stream that we're watching right now. There we go. I'll have to drop this down. Alright, so here's the link. Copy. Back to full screen. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Second. Anniversary. Stream. Exclamation mark. Post. Pin. There. My authority as streamer is total. I can do and post whatever I want in my own chat. Nobody can do anything to stop me. Okay. We're almost 30 minutes in. Sorry, it took a while to get all of the ambience and all of the videos together. Google is a little bit... YouTube is acting a little odd. Which tab is it? Okay, without further ado, let us begin. I don't think... Oh, there he is. See his feet? There's the shoes. The white shoes. Oh, there's the feet. And then the music stopped. Still hanging around. I'm not saying a word. I can't hear me. He's not saying a word. He's just
hold
like
on.
that.
Oh.
Oh, there he goes.
It
It's very grim how long it takes for him to get down.
is a little bit weird how long
There
it
he is.
takes. And then no
You
sound.
talking?
Because I had no idea how the audio worked. And I was using a shitty microphone. Shitty microphone with a shitty audio sense.
He is talking.
Well, the microphone wasn't shitty. It just wasn't optimal. And then I wasn't using optimal settings either. And then the year after, the sound would get better. I reach 50 subscribers, done. Stream at least 3 times a week, done. Get a live 2D model, not happening. Get monetized on YouTube, probably not happening. I say fuck, shit, damn, motherfucker too much. I don't think YouTube's gonna like me.
Jeez. Oh, Lord almighty. Alright, so if I remember correctly...
Yeah, and he's all echoey and stuff.
When I had fallen down
As you can see, I still struggle with audio balancing.
When I fell down like that, I said, hello there. I jumped down like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And
yeah, he jumped down like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. And that's where the intro,
said what
where my tagline came from.
On the screen right
Hello there.
Oh, yeah, so... Audio, I was not a master at audio stuff.
Nope, still not.
I didn't know any better. We're
still not a master of audio.
Able to hear a single
got better.
word.
I got rid of the echo because it still sounds like I'm speaking in a very small tunnel.
Or past red.
The
who is
the
Red Deer? I'm glad you asked. Red Deer is a peace-loving wanderer from the woods. One day, when his previous adventure ended, he realized he had nowhere to go. He moved back home, and while it kept his tummy full, his heart was starved.
Yeah, the lore is a little bit different.
Red needed adventure, so he set out to find a new journey. And bam, here I am. Hello.
I have since updated the lore, but I haven't posted it anywhere because I think it's silly. I'm going to refine it a little bit.
Times a week. Yep.
Well, I'm going to go someplace to find some feedback, and then I'll get back to you.
Gonna happen.
I'll get back to you guys.
Those are upward toward the thousands. It's like good art can range between 100 to 500, depending on who you ask. And then getting it rigged, which a lot of people don't know how to do.
Even if I was to find an artist, it would take time for them to draw the model. And it would take them longer to refine it to maybe I'll make some final touches. Maybe they'll want to make some final touches.
Watch women.
It would take time.
And so then most life
time takes time.
They only rig.
I put that in pause.
So finding a male, somebody who does men.
I keep putting the wrong thing in pause.
Finding one that does it for less.
There we go. That's the right thing. Yeah, it takes time. I think what I'm talking about, because I can't hear him very well. I don't know about you guys, but I can't hear myself very well. Time takes time. He's talking about the process, or Past Red is talking about the process of a live 2D model. I forgot where I left off, so I'm going to start over. Bear with me. So you have to find an artist that you like. I'm okay at drawing, but I think I would want to find somebody who's a professional, who does like a very, very, very much better art style than me. So that would take time to find the artist, and then I commission the artist, which costs money. It would take them time to draw the model, and then make some final touches, adjustments, changes to the design, either from me or from them, and then that's like 6 months, 7 months down the hole. All right, now I gotta find a live 2D artist. A lot harder and a lot more expensive. And not only is it a lot harder to find a good one and a lot more expensive, but it's also going to take a lot longer. That's another 7 months, 8 months, maybe even a year, depending on the complexity of the model, of course. So if I start now, maybe it'll be ready. I'll have a new model to show by the 5th anniversary. That's still something I want to do. But I'm just telling you that it will take time. And I'm going to tell you right now, full disclosure, it's not, a new model is not in production as we speak. I have not started a new model because I was trying to find a way to get the process started sooner rather than later of getting a live 2D, but it takes time. Time takes time. So I think what I'll do instead, hold on, I have to cough. Sorry. Holidays. It's been really stressful. That's why I took such a long break. Well, why I'm probably going to go back on break once the anniversary streams are over. I'm probably just going to update the current model that I'm using. Or I'm going to draw, I'm going to draw, or I'm going to get a Taco to draw me a completely different model that's a little bit simpler, a little more streamlined. And I'm just going to have it set up to use the same app that I'm using right now, Vtubers Mini. I don't know if a new version exists for Vtubers Mini. It's the same version I've been using since I found it. I think sometime last year, before my second anniversary. You can tell if you have a eagle eye, the original model that I wore at my debut, that I had on my debut, is slightly different from the one I'm using now. The detail on the suit is different, and the glasses are a little bit different too. And, I move. And I'm swaying back and forth. It's a little thing, but it makes a big difference. I guess I'm still closer to a PNG tuber than a VTuber, but I move. I think that's the difference. Yeah, you know what? No. I guess I still am a PNG tuber. Huh. Oh well. Alright, moving on. $500. And he's talking about costs. A year? Even harder. So, it's probably not gonna happen. I'm gonna have to learn how to do it myself. He's talking about how it might not happen. Get monetized. I had lost a lot of faith in that getting a new model made. Maybe one day. Because there are a lot of artists that don't draw men. That do not draw male VTuber models at all. And then there's some artists that refuse to do VTuber models in general. You're just gonna have to get used to. And you know, I respect that. Whatever I can get Vtube to do, but it sucks. Vtube Mini. Hopefully that the full. It really does soon, and it gives us more options, or more features and more options. And all. Oh my god, I've had a lot of audio issues over the years. How did you guys put up with me? I think it's fair. A couple of PNGs. I sound like I'm talking in a can. It moves me around. I don't know how I sound now. So as you can see here in the design, red hasn't changed all that much. Like, I don't think he's changed at all. Except the glasses are different. The shading, yeah, he's talking about the shading, was touched up, and the suit now has more texture. And there's also more shades of orange in my hair now compared to how it was then. Very, very subtle. Very subtle. Very subtle changes, but they're there. They are there. He doesn't. You can't hear him. Nope. And then I skip ahead because. So then my thought process about the debut was, I just want to do it. Yeah. I created the model. Mm-hmm. It was all ready to go by a little raspy. September of that year. Mm-hmm. 2023. But 2022. For that whole year, I'd been on Twitter, not really posting anything, but I was there. Yep. And then I saw a lot of VTubers who were saying, "Oh, debut soon, debut soon, ho 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 ho," and then they have like thousands upon thousands of followers already, but then they never streamed. They were called a. Oh, and then not to throw shade at any streamer, because that's not my business. But a lot of those same VTubers that I'm talking about at the time and before my initial debut, or before my only debut, my initial debut, I didn't debut twice. They still haven't debuted. And a lot of them, I'm going to describe this person, and you're probably already going to know who it is. But there was a VTuber that teased and teased and teased for about 3 years. And then they finally debuted after all that time on Twitter. And then at their debut, they announced that they will not be streaming. And then they vanished. And I'm just thinking, what the fuck was the point? I do not understand that. Why would you go through all that time, all that commitment, all that buildup, all that money spent, and then not stream? And then just vanish? I don't understand that at all. And their model was cute. Sorry, their model was cute. Very cute. I think it was, I'm not going to describe who it was because I don't want to throw any shade. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, pointing out what I've observed. That's insane. And then there are other VTubers, or VTweeters as we call them. They, to this day, have not debuted. They have not streamed anywhere once. And that was around the time I was making Red. I was inventing Red. I was building him up. That's the mindset I had. I just want to debut. I want to get this stupid thing over with. I want to get to the streaming part of the streamer. VTweeters. And I said, oh God, I don't want to be like these people.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to most of them.
Most.
Really,
most
really
of them.
Nervous. And debuting can be really nerve-wracking.
Yes.
This is playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear him.
No, I cannot hear him. I didn't even notice he put it in pause.
He's a silent Deere, isn't he? I was very quiet.
Yes.
So shy, I couldn't even say a word. Well, anyway, I just want.
I'm so mean to past Red. But it's really true. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was very true. I didn't know what the hell I was doing that first year. Even into the second year. Into the third year, there's still a whole bunch of shit I'm figuring out. And then right now, I only recently figured out how to get rid of the echo that came to my stream every now and again. And then I bought a new, I think this is the second microphone. This current microphone is the second microphone I've used for streaming. I forget what it's called. It's a Blue Yeti. It's one of the lower end ones. It has a true sound. Advertise with true sound clarity or whatever the hell it was. It's very nice. I like it. I love this. Blue Yeti microphones are fantastic because of how simple they are. And so the reason why I wanted a simpler debut, I said it before and I'll say it again. To add to what I was talking about, I like to keep things simple. There is a build philosophy. There's a team in the NHL called the San Jose Sharks. They have a team building philosophy and strategy principle that is KISS. KISS. And it's also a writing strategy. And when you're built, like any creative medium you get into, any creative thing or anything that involves building up over a very long period of time, it's called KISS. KISS. And I've said it before and I say it again. Keep it simple, stupid. It is very simple. But it's very easy to mess it up. So that's what I will tell to you. I'm going to find a way to put it on the text. Add source. Add source. No, that's not it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Sorry if that was loud. I'm sorry if this is loud and you can't hear me at all. Oh, I know it's on pause. Alright, don't worry about it.
we'll do this then. Oh, first chatting stream. That's to show you how long it's been since I've had a chatting stream. I only had one. Just one. Alright. So I'll type this out. Just so you can get an idea of what I mean. K. Keep. I. It. S. Simple. Comma. Another S. Stupid. Yeah. See? Keep it simple, stupid. There's no need to complicate things. Understand your own limitations. Understand what you can do. Don't feel bad about what you can't do. Understand what you can. Are you a programmer? Program something. Are you an artist? Draw something. Paint something. Are you more of a speaker? Okay, speak. Okay? There's no need to complicate things. Just because your favorite VTuber is doing all kinds of crazy, silly things, and that doesn't mean you have to do them to be good. Everybody's unique in their own way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The debut out of the way. And I don't like, despite my theater background, yeah, and my background as a voice actor and all that, you know, I've said that thousands of times already. I have said it 1,000 more. I don't like being the center of attention. So I didn't want anything elaborate like other VTubers had. And I didn't have a whole lot of money because I didn't have. I still don't. I didn't have a source of income at the time. And then my source is shaky at best. There he goes. There he goes. All of it gets put into student loans. And what little I have, I have to. Bigger. I buy food. Whoa. And some games. That's about it. What are you doing? Yeah, what is he doing? You can't just emerge from the corner out of silence like that and start moving around. You're going to freak people out, man. You can't emerge from the corner out of silence. You're going to freak people out. It still freaked me out. It's like, whoa, 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 what's he doing? It would be kind of like that. Yeah, you can't do that. Oh, have you noticed I haven't figured out? I have, till this day, I still haven't settled on where I like to put red. I'll have him in the corner, but sometimes I'll raise him like this. Or sometimes he'll be like this. Sometimes he'll be like here. Sometimes he's here. Have you noticed I'm never over here? Under no circumstances am I ever over here. I'm certainly not over here. I don't have legs. This version of the model does not have legs or hands. But to maintain the illusion that I do, I store myself here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay, proceed. He's moving, but I don't know what he's doing. Okay, he's showing off the suit. Yeah, look at that. Bruce, yeah, those are my shoes. I don't remember the inspiration for the design. Too short to reach his ankles. I think I just wanted to look sharp. I wanted to look like I knew what I was doing. Fashion. But then I also wanted to be like a casual outfit, so that you understood I'm more laid back. I don't wear socks. And I'm not snooty. And then the braid. I already unmuted my microphone. I have said the origins of the braid and why I have this braid many times, but I don't remember what it was. But the real reason is because it's very close to how Raine has her hair. Pavolia Raine. She has a Pavolia Raine's braid behind her ear like this. I don't know. I just thought it was neat. I really enjoyed watching her. I think it's neat. And then it's a little bit of a callback. Oh, there's Raine. And then that's the iris drawing. And then that's another iris and flare drawing that the Taco for Life drew before he drew my model. Yes. If you recognize the art style,
if it looks very similar to my own, that is an excellent observation.
Yes.
I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just pointing out that is an excellent observation.
Yes, if you point out if you notice the similarities between Taco's art style and my own art style, I would say that that is an excellent observation of yours. You see, we studied under the same artist school. He's a lot more confident about posting than I am. Yes. Okay? We have very remarkably similar art styles. I know I've said it before, but I'm just going along with the joke that I had at the time. In all honesty, I don't really know why I still insist upon the idea that we're different people. Just to like push aside the curtain, I thought it would be funny. Oh, well, there was a lot of things that I've decided that I do on the channel that I do it because I think it's funny. I don't know why why I thought it would be funny. It's like, oh, the artist is separate from me, but they're both me. Hoo hoo hoo. Is that funny? I thought so. Jesus. I know a lot of VTubers make like callbacks or references to their previous lives or other lives all the time. And it's more of a if you know type deal. But you can't really hide art style. And then some of the drawings that I made, they got pretty popular on the Hollow Live subreddit. So I can't if somebody from that subreddit came over here and saw these drawings, they would recognize them. Or if they came into an art stream of mine, they'd recognize the style, or it would feel very very familiar to them. So you can't
There
really
was a time where I felt
fake
like
an art style.
I wanted to keep
unless you use AI, but that's not
separate.
yours. You're stealing.
So then for a
That's
time,
very different.
I
sound very
be
raspy.
two different
Oh,
people.
another thing before he goes on. So my very first stream, I didn't talk about it before, but before my stream, I drank a whole bottle of Coors Banquet beer. That was because I had a lot of anxiety. So much anxiety, in fact, that I almost canceled my debut stream. But a little bit of alcohol helped push me forward so that I could continue it. Did I slur my speech? I didn't say a word because I had issues with the audio. I was worried I was going to blow your guys' eardrums. I'm probably blowing your guys' eardrums now. Ba, ba, ba. Did I drink anything before? No, I had a Rockstar. I found out that it would be better to have an energy drink than a beer before a stream. A lot better for you. But I wouldn't recommend drinking more than one.
Because I didn't know what the VTubing thing was. I didn't know if the VTubing thing was going to work out.
Yes, it's true.
And so I didn't know what was going on. So I wanted to keep it separate. I wanted to make it feel like I wasn't all by myself in all of this.
Oh, yeah, I am talking about how Taco and I are the same person. We're both the same dude. And I didn't want, as he's explaining here, at the time, I didn't know if the streaming thing was going to work. Obviously, it surpassed all my expectations, and I haven't said thank you this stream yet, but I have to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who stops by. Thank you to people who like and retweet my tweets on Twitter and Blue Sky. Thank you to the people who take the time to watch the VODs of the streams they miss or tune in live whenever they can. I say thank you all. Thank you all very much. This community is great. The VTubing community is fantastic, I think. Yes, we have our ups and downs, but that's only because there are a lot of normies that haven't been converted yet. They don't know. The problem with normies, I hate normies. They ruin everything. And the reason why is because when they come into a space, They expect things to be exactly like the way everything else is because they don't know how to appreciate differences, subtleties, subtle differences, major differences. They don't know how to do it. They want what's familiar, but they want familiarity everywhere. And I think that's really stupid. That's why I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to gatekeep VTubing. It should only be for the people who want to embrace it and learn about it, and not try and tear it down or turn it into something everybody can enjoy. Because when you try to cater to everybody, you're functionally making things for no one. And it might have broad appeal, it might make a lot of money, but it's going to be corporate. It's going to be sterile. It's going to be boring. And I don't want VTubing to ever be boring. Not for anybody, not for me, not for you. That's my stance on the VTubing thing. That's probably the only thing I'm going to touch on. But the reality is, it was all me. It's me. It's me. Red Deere. Red Deere. Oh, sorry. Red Deere the artist, Red Deere the streamer. Both the same person. And then that's Taco for Life's Twitter handle. Or X that's
handle,
the Twitter handle.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I really don't understand how I've messed that up.
On.
To this day, I still don't understand how my debut stream was that bad.
I didn't want to do anything elaborate. I introduced my papa. There was no mama. The papa is the artist. The mama is the 2D rigger.
Yeah.
He was just a PNG that could not move at the time, so that did not exist.
Yeah, he could barely move now. And I'm using the same model. I've only made small, slight adjustments to some of the animations, but functionally it's the same.
All right, so then...
And so this is the game part of the game.
To the game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, level stacking challenge. Cannot level up past level 2 until we reach Dantooine. That was something I wanted to do at the time.
I don't really want to do it now. But, I've watched videos of people doing it. It's
issue where sometimes
miserable.
Your keyboard will
absolutely miserable.
And that's because your movement...
Because you have to rely on
your frame rate. Or your monitor's refresh rate. And as you can imagine, when the game came out on Games for Windows, I think.
Or was it was older than that. It was older than Games for Windows.
Was it Windows Vista? I gotta go lurk while I take a shower. We'll be back soon. All right, Polly. You come back whenever you need to. Come back when you're ready. I'm just gonna continue with my my notes, my debut notes.
I don't have any notes. I have no idea where my debut notes went. Because I was able to find them at the time. I had notes of certain beats I needed to do, at what time I should be doing what or talking about what.
As it is.
The idea was first half hour,
who started doing it,
debut, and then for the rest of the hour, stream, video game, because I wanted to play something.
You would not level up.
Oh, I know he's explaining the challenge, but I keep interjecting. Sorry. This is like behind the scenes notes, and I'm going to do this a lot on Friday night. So the Friday night stream will start at 11:55 because that's still my anniversary day. But it is going to be, I'm going to try and start it a little bit earlier so it's still the anniversary day on my side of the pond. Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about.
Past level 2. Why level 2? Because the game forces you to level up once.
Yes.
You cannot proceed past a certain point unless you level up once.
I forgot what I was talking about.
So the point is to this maximizes the amount of force abilities you get and force points.
Oh yeah, I had certain beats and I just wanted to play a game. I just wanted to play the game. I didn't really necessarily want a debut, but I understood and respected that VTubers had debut streams. So I thought, okay, a compromise with tradition and the way I want to do things. Because there are certain aspects of VTubing that I like. I like the anonymity. Oh, and then if you're gonna go to that Twitter account that I showed earlier, just a heads up, I've got some not for children art. I just want to throw that out there. When you're a freelancer, you got to be willing to try different things. I'm not going to be drawing that sort of thing all the time, or not. I'm not going to do it nearly as often as I did, but I did. I did. And you know, they're all adults. They're all full-sized adults, anime, VTuber things. There are no children, no characters that look like children. I have to say it because I know there's going to be some crazy that comes in and says it. I don't know why my mind went there. Immediately thought about the crazy people that harass the artists on Twitter. I guess that's just because that's reality of it. That's the reality of the space. Normies! And they're virtue signaling. As if they don't get aroused. As if it's a bad thing to be human and to find women attractive. Or men attractive. Or random objects attractive. That's normal. On a different note, I like Xiao from Zenless Zone Zero, the small bunny girl, small bunny woman. She's like the boss of Krampus. She gives off 30-year-old still acting like a cutesy character vibe, and I absolutely adore it. She's too cute, but I know that people have gone all the way with her in terms of art. And you know what? It's like, do what you want. You're not hurting anybody. It doesn't hurt anybody. Anyway, I had a certain beats that I wanted to beat with the notes. I don't know where I put the notes. It's been 2 years. The notes are gone. The notes are buried. I don't want to that you receive when you become a Jedi later on in the game. Let's just fast forward a little. I'm still using the same Hydro Flask. Yep, it's the same Hydro Flask. It's got a little dent in it now, but still the same one. Excuse me. I think he's talking about the Hydro Flask that I would use to drink water out of. It's still the same one that I won. I did a lot of volunteering, a lot of community service when I was in high school and in college. And then in college, if you had certain amount of hours, you got a Hydro Flask. And I still have it. And it's called Hydro Flask. What's he saying? Why are you asking me? Why are you asking the chat? If anybody's gonna know, it would be you. What is he saying? I don't know. What am I saying? Stop asking me. Where can I get my equipment? You can move the mouse to the edges of the screen to rotate the camera. Alternately, moving the mouse while holding down the right mouse button will rotate the camera as well. He just breaks the fourth wall to explain the mechanics of the game. Hold down the A button. Jokes. I guess my humor hasn't changed either. Nope. It's broken. As I've been watching streamers like Vinny. I didn't always watch VTubers. I was always a fan of streaming. Oh, I get a kick out of this. I think it was something I've always wanted to do, but never really had the means to do it. Wait, I don't think I even had the... I didn't really have the game sound on. A whole bunch of times on the Xbox, and I played it once all the way through on the tablet, an Amazon Fire tablet. Yeah,
And then
they
I
had it
played
on tablet.
once on
Really
PC
buggy, but
before
it's
this
still
playthrough.
pretty solid.
But I'm very familiar with the Knights of the Old Republic game.
I also played it all the way through on PC, on Steam.
Yeah, how does he know these things?
Yeah, Trask had the awareness that he was in a video game, which was really weird. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. Okay, I fast forwarded a lot of it. When did I stop?
In the future. Red Deer 2024. Hey. And what Karth just said about the Sith interrogation techniques, that was foreshadowing.
You know, the Force can do terrible things to the mind. Can wipe your memories or change your identity completely. It's like, how does he know all that? I guess he heard
This was back
rumors
when
and
I
shit.
started streaming. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know how many of them still watch. I hope there's some. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still people that watched my debut stream that watch me now.
What?
I'm sure there's statistically there's a decent chunk of you that have not watched the original stream, and I don't blame you because that was a long time ago. It's ancient history.
Oh God.
Oh, and I remember my Oblivion stream. That was fun.
Yeah, don't forget to comment your favorite planet in Star Wars. Oh, that's what it looks like. Hello there, I am a simple deer man seeking adventure far and wide.
Yeah, and at that point, I had
Oblivion.
never seen my end card before. I have never seen this. What does it look like now, I wonder? Ah, it's just random shit now. This is random bullshit. Which Zenless Zone Zero agents are the most hated by fans? Kumax. Donald Wisich Arc 5, Episode 91. Wow. Only plays animated. Chris meets whatever that is. Matt Groening. Sorry. Hey, pineapple pizza. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Oh, that's the same pizza. Don't look at it. Okay, I may have ordered the same pizza and the same hats, but it is a different Chuck E. Cheese. See, this one has animatronics. What's next? What's next? All right, let's go back to where I fast forward a whole bunch. Oh, the cutscenes. Pre-rendered cutscenes. This was supposed to be a callback to A New Hope.
Maybe if I turn it up way
The
high.
opening scene of A New Hope. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay,
bum,
so
bum,
I can
bum,
tell that I'm talking.
How? How can you tell that you were talking?
Yeah, now I know I'm talking.
Am I?
But
Are you
I
sure?
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know either.
There we go.
Am I?
It's Star Wars time! It's Star Wars time! It's Star Wars time! Yeah, I can hear like peaks and I can hear like little peaks. Whoa, that's loud.
Well, yeah, it's loud. You have to turn it all the way up just to hear that
Click
bastard.
this answer. Yeah, I've actually played this game.
All right, where was I?
In
Why did I go
red
scout?
then and red now.
I don't remember.
That I give less shits.
I give even fewer shits.
I don't.
Oh. What am I doing? Let's see what was on my dashboard. I still use this wallpaper. It's the New Year's wallpaper that I think Ina made it, I want to say her first year. Because that was when I was a sub. Well, that's when I subscribed. I was a subscriber of hers and before her first year of streaming. I think. I think she made this way before then. I still use it because it's my favorite. I have Frostpunk. I had Genshin Impact, Overwatch 2, but the little icon just says Overwatch. Fortnite, Sims 4, Oblivion, Hylix, Surviving Mars, Yakuza 6, Song of Life, Evil Dead the game. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Battle.net, I think. Yeah, Battle.net. 7 minutes. It's gone for 7 minutes. Nope. Mm-mm. Huh, still isn't. YouTuber debut. Yeah, the game crashed, and it would do that a lot. OBS just kind of
I
flickers
think the only
black.
thing that's really changed
The only thing I can see is the
red
preview
then and
feed.
red now is that I give less shits. I don't really care as much because before I was a little bit afraid of the whimsicality of YouTube.
Yeah. I was a very anxious person. I still kind of am. I still have social anxiety.
Oh, that was rich.
That prevents me from being able to do certain things in public. But it's a lot better now.
I don't know how to walk.
And I do give less shits on YouTube.
Oh, this is when the keyboard stopped.
Because it is what it is. You follow the rules, you can still get in trouble on YouTube. Well, as long as you do your best and behave, everything should be fine. Don't go out of your way to avoid
good old-fashioned.
Actually, no, never mind. Forget I said anything. Keep in mind what the rules are.
The penalty wasn't really all that bad.
Use common sense.
The defense penalty wasn't bad because it was outweighed by the potential of critting 3 times in a row.
And if the enemy was dead quickly, you wouldn't have to worry about them being able to hurt you.
And there was a chance all
killing you
3 attacks could crit.
In Knights of the Old Republic.
And so there was always that chance that you would be able to eliminate the enemy quickly, and you would never have.
I don't know. I'm kind of the same, aren't I?
That defense.
I don't think I've grown at all. Rudy, hello, hello. And welcome. Happy anniversary! Thank you. Yay! Thank you. Thanks for being here. How are you? I know it's been a while since I've streamed. Yeah, 3 years. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I am reacting to my reaction. My debut stream. My debut stream, I had a lot of audio problems. You cannot hear me. You're pretty good. That's good. I like that it's good. It's good to be good. That's my favorite thing to say. And then my debut stream, I had audio problems. You could barely hear me. And so the me from last year is doing all the talking.
Nothing stopped you.
Yeah, don't let anything stop you.
I loved it. Bum 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 bum.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's in the container, if you have a high enough awareness, you'll actually be able to find
You would
credits.
end up never using blasters in this game because it wouldn't help you with the lightsabers. Unless you wanted to use just blasters, because there's a lot of really good blasters in this game.
The blasters are alright in Knights of the Old Republic.
What was I looking for, I wonder?
I know a lot of the things that I ran into in the game. A lot of the bugs and a lot of the things that prevent me from
what
progressing.
What the hell was in that thing? Was that a powder keg? Is that why it exploded?
Yeah, the cutscene doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There was just a thing that exploded. Friendly fire! Yeah, he
How
would
was
have
that,
been
dude?
court-martialed in the United States military. Yeah, I'm not saying you
Just
can't
in the
hear a
volume.
thing I'm saying from my debut stream, as I was just I
Experiment
had
with
no
audio.
idea how to
Surely
use any of the
that won't
volume
take you more than a year to
or any
figure
of the
out.
volume settings. I was worried about being too loud. My microphone wasn't really all that great. Wait, this concept reminds me of last Fauna
Yes.
anniversary. She was also
Yes, okay, so
reacting
what
to
he
her
just
first
said,
video
in
with her
case you
second
couldn't
years
hear
in
him,
present.
'cause I could
That
barely
is
hear
where
him,
I got
and
the
I'm
idea.
basically blasting my eardrums out. So he
That
was
is
talking
exactly
about
why I'm doing it.
the only live stream he
Because I know that Fauna did it, and I thought it was hilarious. I know Fauna did it a couple of years in a row, and I decided I want to do it too. I want to do it too. I forgot to mention that. I wanted to mention that earlier in the stream that I was going to do what Fauna did. But yeah, that is exactly why I'm doing it now. I didn't watch Fauna a whole lot,
I ever held,
but I
was
definitely
when
felt
I
very
was
sad when
a
she
PR
graduated.
for a university club.
What?
How did that thing go? It was just amongst alumni.
What am I talking about?
And it was just club. University was a PR for a university club. Alumni
I don't know what I'm saying.
and current students at in my university that were.
Oh yeah, before I forget. Where is it? Here it is. There you go. There you go, Rudy. Party hat. And go ahead and take it. Yeah, party hat. No, it's not the same one from last year or the year before. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Although, truth be told, the first year, my first anniversary, I ordered 100,000, 10,000, 100,000 party hats. So we're probably going to wear the same hat until the end of time. Or until I burn them all and have to buy new ones. Whichever comes first. All right, back to the...
I think it was on Facebook. I don't remember. I don't really remember the finer details. It was just basically I hosted an event and allowed our
I'm talking about
the to beg for money.
The community
the
service
alumni.
organization that I was a
It sounds
part
so
of.
dirty when I put it that way, but that was basically what we were doing.
We just did community service stuff.
The chapter of this club.
I was
like
public
chapter of
relations
this
for
fraternity that I was a part
time.
It was a professional fraternity with zero tolerance of.
It's difficult
hate
to
because
tell people you were part. Okay, I will have to say this because I was part of a. It's very difficult to describe to people that you were part of a fraternity because it has such a negative such a negative reputation. That word, it's a dirty word, but we were a professional fraternity that specialized in preparing the members for the business world. We had very strict rules on how to conduct yourself. You weren't allowed to party. You were not allowed to drink. You had to know how to do business emails. You spoke to each other in a very professional manner. I was the public relations officer. I was elected. We had elections. There was no hazing. There was parties. There were parties. There was some drinking involved. But if you got drunk at the party and somebody saw you, you could get into somebody from the frat saw you, you could get into some serious trouble within the fraternity. We didn't mess around. But it's hard to convince people that we weren't, frat bros, because there were girls there too. We were a co-ed fraternity. Man became PR also needs to keep your PR. I, yeah. It was difficult to convince people that we weren't that sort of fraternity. We weren't that kind of fraternity. But yeah, that was another thing too. I also reached out to alumni, people who had graduated from that fraternity. I mean, from the college we were part of. And I reached out to them so that I could still be up to date of what was going on in the chapter that they used to be a part of. We had members who graduated in the 70s. Sometimes they would come around, sometimes they wouldn't. But most of the time, whenever I would email an announcement, I would always get some feedback from one of the alumni that asked, "Could you remove me from the contact list?" And so I would have to remove them. And that was usually the only response I would ever get. Also had a zero tolerance for hazing. Like just recently, there was a fraternity on campus that did hazing, and somebody got really, really hurt, and they shut down. Yeah, at the university that we went to, it had pretty strict rules. I think that's why our rules were strict, because the college that the chapter was a part of, it had very strict rules on getting drunk on campus, hazing. And then as I'm describing, there was a fraternity on campus. There was somebody who was hazed. They were forced to drink an ungodly amount of alcohol, and they got seriously, seriously hurt, like really, really bad. And then the campus did not give them a warning. They put the hammer down. They shut the fraternity down forever. Not only is that chapter dissolved, but that fraternity is forever expelled from ever having a chapter at that university again. It's gone. Boom. And then they had a fraternity house that the university purchased. I don't know how much they bought it for, but now they just use that house as a storage facility. And also, I think they use it to house students who don't have a home on campus temporarily. Like something happened with your rent, you were evicted for one reason or another, but you can't go home until a couple months. So then you live there. It's a storage facility now. Expelled all of the people who were involved in the hazing, and their house sat empty for like years. Yeah, and then it eventually became a storage facility. And then the members of that fraternity, and especially the people who were involved, I think the members of the fraternity were all suspended. But we did still drink. But then the people who were directly involved with the injuries of the student that was injured, they were expelled. And I think, but we didn't have a whole lot. 2, 3, I don't remember the number. I think some of them are in prison right now. A thing that allowed. There was just they were very. That university is very strict. They still are. And then the current students and the president, vice president, the people in charge of the other stuff, which are very specific to my fraternity, and I can't really say which one. Still can't. Basically begged for money. I don't know if it worked. I was never told what the budget was, or if it even changed. I was never told what the budget was of the frat. I don't know how much money was coming in. I don't know how much money was being spent. Could talk to the alumni or other brothers from other chapters. I'm just talking about the responsibilities of PR. I did it well enough. Nobody ever complained. That was my last year at university before I graduated. I had graduated 2019, December. And I said, I'll take a couple months. I'll take the rest of this month and a couple
Yeah,
months.
most of the time you graduate in the
And
spring.
then,
I
February,
graduated in
we
the
all
winter.
know what happened 2020.
Ah,
And the rest
December
is history.
2019. I was going to enter the workforce in January. Little did I know, January 2020 would change the world forever. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I almost died.
I guess the way to distinguish Deere year
That's
1,
kinda low.
year 2, and
Those
present is
blaster
the
fires
volume.
are really
Yes. Yes. So year 1, nothing. Year 2, gotta turn it up a little. Year 3,
Throw grenade.
you know, I got it figured out. I got it figured out.
Throw other grenade. Blammo. Nice. Remains.
Yeah, because year 2, year 2, Red, he's doing all the
loot
talking.
system in this game.
You cannot
You can
hear
pick
year
up
1.
everything, and you'd never run out of space. Ever, ever, ever.
You'll never run out of anything. Any recovery items. Unless, of course, you suck. I sucked at Knights of the Old Republic, so I never had med packs. But the game gives you so many
UI
of
looks
them.
familiar to you. Congratulations, you're a nerd. You're a nerd that's played Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2.
This is true.
Because they use more or less the exact same interface.
That's true.
Except, slightly
Because it was made. All 3 of those games were made by BioWare.
Color and slightly different fonts. And,
Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 were made by BioWare.
This was developed by BioWare.
And then same with Mass Effect, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3, and Mass Effect Andromeda. But Andromeda was made after BioWare was purchased by
but
EA.
They make a lot of money, so they'll never go out of business. That guy, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah, that guy's fucked. He's meatloaf.
Now that I look at it, they just put the face the face texture onto the armor.
Yeah.
So then it looks all stretched and exaggerated. Looks really silly. But still, the fact that they put that in there.
I mean, the idea was there that somebody's
really cool.
burnt up, mangled corpse was on the ground.
The guy doesn't make any moans.
No, he doesn't make a sound.
You can only hear the woman moan.
Yeah. You can only hear the woman making sounds, but the guy, not a single word, not a sound at all. Not a peep.
What do you mean accompanying Bastila? Very clearly, Bastila is not here, and that lady was stuck here.
No, now that I think of it, I think that was foreshadowing of what Trask was going to do later.
I'm not going to use a blaster.
Nice.
And she does, neither of them drop a lightsaber. You cannot pick up a lightsaber. Which
And it just doesn't make any sense. What happened to the lightsabers they were using?
At the same time, why would the game give you something that you couldn't use until like the middle of the game?
That's very true.
And here I am talking about it
I
again.
suppose. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Because even if you could get your hands on a lightsaber, you wouldn't be able to use it until you became a Jedi.
And there I am,
which is like
about the unusable
mid-game.
Some things never change, do they?
That's forever.
The only reason why I'm doing this is because you can barely hear this son of a bitch. You can barely hear him.
That was so mean to me.
When does the keyboard give out? I think it's right now.
Yeah, and then I think I'm probably going to explain it. But I'll explain it myself. Again and again and again. I'm sorry. There was a bug where as you played Knights of the Old Republic, your keyboard would just stop responding. The game would stop responding to your keyboard and you couldn't walk anymore. So the solution was to restart. But it would just keep happening again. So then there was another solution where you can turn off VSync. But that was only a temporary solution. The solution was actually tied to your resolution.
I don't know exactly how it worked, but you had to bring down your resolution and your refresh rate to about 60 or 45 or something like that. The refresh rate of the game, I mean. And then that would fix everything. If only I knew. If only I knew. And the Knights of the Old Republic 2 has the same problem. Because it was largely the same game. Made by a different studio, but it used the same assets and same game engine.
I think it gave up right now.
Instead of BioWare, it was Obsidian. But Obsidian used mostly
they
the
don't want you
same.
using Dead Lady's
everything.
lightsaber from the beginning of the game. You gotta use the one you build.
Yeah. They wanted you to use the lightsaber you made.
I think at this point, Thunder Thighs, Muna Best Aunt.
Yeah, So as you can see, I had played Knights of the Old Republic before. Forge Armor, Thunder Thighs, The End, Callie Best Dad, Muna Best Aunt.
Callie Best Dad. Wait. Hold on. I wanna
Juhani's
read
Thighs.
these.
What?
Forge Armor, Thunder Thighs, The End, Callie Best Dad, Muna Best Aunt. What?
This one. Dummy?
Dummy. Yeah, my humor hasn't changed at all, has it?
No, my humor has not changed.
More or less the same guy it was all those years ago.
Oh my
2 years ago. Except I'm a lot better at using OBS. Not the
Streamlabs
best,
OBS.
but a lot better than I was.
Still have a lot to go. I only recently figured out transitions. Or transition animations.
Still a great game. Oh yeah, in this segment, you have to use a sword.
And you have to use a sword.
Trask will not let you open the door if you have a blaster. He tells you to look out. There could be multiple enemies behind the door. And he tells you you need to use a vibroblade. And then you can ask the silly question, what if they have lightsabers? And Trask will tell you, I'll stand back and use my blaster. As if that's going to help. But they don't have lightsabers.
Yeah, no, they didn't use lightsabers.
Those guys are fated to die. You cannot save them. I'm absolutely tearing these guys apart. Wait, what am I saying? Tricking? What are you talking about, Red?
What?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this is when the keyboard gives up again.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is where I ended up ending the stream.
Yeah, because I got tired. I remember I got sick and tired of having to restart the game because I didn't know.
Never mind.
I didn't know the fix.
Hey, Coconut, hello. Happy 2 years on YouTube, Red Deer. Thank you. Red Deer. That's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was saying hello to
We're just reacting
Coconut.
to my debut stream. The audio mixing is terrible.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Mm-mm.
I could barely hear myself. Nice party hat. Thank you. It's,
Yeah, and I gave you a party hat and everything. Fun. Yeah, fun.
Overstock from last year's party hats. I didn't buy any new ones. I just reused what we had left over from last year. We're even at the same Chuck E. Cheese.
We are at a different Chuck E. Cheese this year. Hold on. Let me do that. We're at a different Chuck E. Cheese this year. Yeah, see? 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 It's different. It's different. And we got all the animatronics here. We got a spicy pizza and you got a nice hat. Isn't that cool? Okay. Yeah, and then I ended up giving up. And then I gave up on the debut. I gave up trying to figure out how all that stuff worked. So what's happened here is the keyboard has stopped working. Yep. And so I've taken it upon myself to actually fix it. Where's your hat? You get a hat. Hold on. Where is your hat? I will get you your hat. Yeah, your hat. Hold on. Let me go look for the box that I have them in. Oh, there it is. There you go. It's the same hat. Whoa! Here is your hat. Here's Chat's hat. Yeah, Chat. This belongs to everybody coming in. Everybody gets a hat. Here's your hat. Here's your hat. And here's your hat. Now be sure to share. There's everybody gets more than one hat. Right. There's more than one hat in there. There's multiple hats. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of hats in here. Go ahead and pass. You might not realize it right away. And anybody else who comes. There's a bunch of hats right here. Okay. I would very much appreciate that. That'd be very cool. And then I think I moved on to play a little bit of Knights of the Old Republic 2. For the second year, I mean. I don't even remember what I did my first anniversary. So here I am. So Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has this. I've mentioned this before. It has a problem where if your refresh rate is too high, yeah, it stops recognizing your ability to move. One fix is disabling VSync, which only helps to a certain point, but lowering the refresh rate, which I would discover was the fix much, much later. I say again. But even then, I kind of do want to continue. Oh yeah, the grass. Knights of the Old Republic. So sometimes when you're on Dantooine, the grass would become way, way, way too big, and it would like lag your game out, no matter how much RAM you have. So it is a legitimate fix to disable grass. Yeah, you have to turn off grass. If you want to touch it, no, you got to disable the grass. VSync. Yeah, the fix for the game, sometimes the grass would spawn in way, way, way too big, and it would overload your system. Was a fix, so you had to turn off the grass. In the Steam community. Don't touch it, turn it off. Juhani's thighs. I didn't catch that one from earlier. Yeah, Juhani's thighs. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing either. Grass jokes from year 2. Why is there a blaster pistol in a backpack? Yeah. The memes are different, but the jokes are still the same. I'm sorry, it's one size fits most. I don't have any bigger ones. Yeah, the hats are all the same. They're the same hats. Well, one size fits most. Put it all the way around your head. You're only supposed to put it on top of your head. Yes. On the string might be a little bit constrictive too. No coconut size? Sorry. The hat manufacturers don't like non-humanoid folk. Well, the hat manufacturer went out of business. These hats are the last remnants of that manufacturer. This is the only time I can level up until I get to Dantooine in this challenge. So I have to be very careful what I pick.
So what I should have
don't
done,
think I take that into consideration.
I should have
just
gotten
pick any old
conditioning,
thing.
which is the you see flurry right here. Wait, can you see my cursor? Yes. So this is flurry. I think this is conditioning. Or maybe, no, that's implant level. But further down is conditioning, which gives you an extra health point. And then I think there's also one about uncanny dodge, something like that. Or maybe that's I'm confusing a different feat. Oh, I don't remember. I should have gotten that one instead.
I don't know why I picked that one.
You know. Yeah, there he is. Like, I don't know why I picked that one.
See?
It doesn't help you.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because I would never come back anyway.
But it doesn't matter what kind of penalty you take. You can attack twice with 2 weapons in your hand.
Yeah, flurry was the best, especially if you had 2 weapons in your hands.
And then whenever you play old RPGs like this, you have to save a lot.
Yeah.
And on multiple files because the game could crash and then your file will become corrupted. It's no good.
And that is part of the reason why they gave you so many save files to choose from in all these older RPGs. It wasn't just so you could share a file. You could share the game with other people in your house. It was so that you could save over multiple files.
My actual anniversary is in 2 days, but I can't stream that day.
Oh, what a coincidence. The actual anniversary for me is in 3 days, but I can stream that day. Friday night, but it's still December 12th, which is my debut day.
Yeah.
And there I am. Keyboard's not working again. Coincidence?
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear that.
Perhaps.
I'm explaining that Trask was actually just fine taking care of that Dark Jedi. Because as I explained here, Trask is aware that he's in a video game because he explained how the game worked. So he probably gave himself max stats and deleted that other guy.
Yeah, as soon as Trask came, Trask explains how the game works, and he's aware he's in a video game. But then that Sith that was on the indoor spire, he had no clue. So when Trask went in there, Trask opened the console menu and despawned the Sith guy. And then he transferred himself to like, I don't know, an exotic planet with Twi'lek babes.
Dub that.
Trask, he enjoyed retirement.
Dub that in real quick. Why does it look like Lord Farquaad? Ooh. That's Mullet Man. That is the community's favorite face model.
Mullet Man.
And his hair looks terrible. It looks like a mullet. So everyone calls him Mullet Man.
Mullet Man is canon.
I don't know if he's in the next game.
No, he's not. He was replaced by Bearded Man. In this segment, you're supposed to stealth.
The grenade phase.
But I had no points in stealth, so I had to do it like this.
Boom. This would be the only time I would shred anybody.
Mullet Man will be upgraded to Hammer Man.
Huh. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm very hard to hear. Earlier in the debut, I was just silent. Absolute silent.
Yeah, I was absolutely silent. It was a combination of me not really knowing what I was doing or what to say and terrible volume sound. Terrible volume awareness. Maybe that was why people who stopped by didn't stick around.
Yeah, I didn't Oh yeah, I remember watching this stream after I discovered this channel, and then it was like, why does his model not move? I got that comment a lot.
Yeah.
Because even then, people didn't understand what a PNG model was.
I
A
still don't.
PNG tuber was somebody who just used a PNG image,
Mm-hmm.
a ping image, PNG, with a transparent background. And yeah,
That was about it.
I was essentially, I was, hold on. I was closer to a I was closer to a faceless streamer, and that's kind of how I've always seen myself. I'm not a true VTuber in any sense.
Mm-mm.
I'm closer to a faceless streamer that uses a VTuber model or a PNG model. But then I didn't know the program I use now existed. I don't think it existed back then.
No, it
I
didn't.
think it was something else. But
It
I
was still under
did know some
development, but it
people
wasn't
at the
publicly
time
available
used
until
Discord.
my second year.
They would have like a
I
chat
think.
icon, and they would be in a room by
I think.
themselves, and then their VTuber model would appear, and then as they spoke, it could move.
And that's
But
what I
then
used
I
today.
discovered VideoTube. We
I
worked up
am a
some new,
VTuber.
sprites, if you will, and then yeah,
I am a VTuber.
limited,
I recognize
very
myself and
visible.
consider myself a VTuber. But functionally, I
it's
am
something.
pretty
I
much
know
a
that there's
faceless
some people
streamer.
that stream. I mean, other people that stream, they their models just blink and move their mouths. They don't move around like I do, and that's fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people, you can also use Discord.
Limited, but it works. It just works.
They have a system in place where you can have an image for when you're silent, and then an image for when you
This is when the
speak.
keyboard gave up on me.
And you could
None of
just
the
have
fixes
that
worked.
in your stream.
Even
too.
resetting the game didn't work. And then this was the end of my one and only stream of Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep. That's how it was. And then my keyboard stopped working. Oh wait, no. Yeah, and the only way I could move forward was
you don't get
selecting
very
things.
many chances to fix droids in this game. It's better to just fix the droid, because the computer spikes are very valuable, and you do
Very
need
true.
them later. But then when it comes to repairing droids, you just never do that. Oh, and Coconut, thank you for watching the debut stream. I'm very sorry the audio was terrible.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really know what I was doing. Are you gonna replay Knights of the Old Republic for the nostalgia of the first stream? I'm gonna have to find.
Remember the first time I found you is that time when you played Skyrim and I was also played it a bunch back at that time. Oh yeah,
actually works.
I remember the Skyrim stream.
Because I know it works on the second one. I forgot to mention. I
still have to go back and finish that,
but I don't know if it works on the first.
Although I have to admit, the last time I played Skyrim, because I have like 1,000 hours in Skyrim across the 360, the PlayStation
from scratch,
4, PlayStation 5, and PC. I've got over 1,000 hours. Properly. And so the last time I played it, I almost fell asleep.
It's very fast.
But I do want to keep playing Skyrim. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I still need to explore and find.
So I'm gonna say, Coconut, perhaps.
And the Knights of the Old Republic, perhaps I'll play it again. It's possible. It's certainly possible.
Does Pratt sound familiar to you? That's because he has the same voice actor as
Caden.
Yeah,
Caden. From Mass Effect.
Mass Effect 2. And Mass Effect 3, if you chose to kill Ashley.
Which, that's a spoiler. If you chose to kill Ashley in Mass Effect 1, you would have Caden for Mass Effects 1, 2, and 3.
Games. I don't have Andromeda. Maybe I'll play Mass Effect instead.
VA fun fact from year 2 with spoiler bonus. Yeah, hit all the tags. All of them.
Terrace sucks. I hate Terrace. just another Coruscant.
Yep, Terrace is just Coruscant. The whole planet is one big city. There are no trees, there's no grass.
What I'm talking about. OBS doesn't like anything.
The surface is basically just dirt and some old, dried up grass.
Visions of a beautiful woman fighting a generic Dark Jedi, which is different from the Sith. Not a Sith, a Dark Jedi.
Yeah,
What's
Dark
the
Jedi,
difference?
not the Sith.
Who knows?
Oh, another fun fact is the main character, is like in their
Small fry.
early mid 30s. Bastila is 19.
I'm just a little shrimp.
So if you romance Bastila, that's quite. You're both consenting adults, but the age gap is considerable. Now Karth, he's in his late 30s, and so if he plays the female Revan,
because I just couldn't
Dark Jedi, Mace Windu, no, not Black Jedi, Dark Jedi. Now the Dark Jedi were just like the Sith, but they weren't really Sith. This was back before the rule of two was established. A master and his apprentice for the Sith.
Oh, he meant to put the
No more, no less. Only two there are.
That makes more sense.
No more,
because of the
no
Dark
less.
Jedi thing. Oh yeah, there's a huge difference between the Sith and the Dark Jedi.
Yeah, the Sith, they followed a code, whereas the Dark Jedi were basically a glorified cult. And then the Jedi, they were functionally a cult, which is completely different. Don't ask me how. I'm not really sure how it works. It just does.
Two of them are the exact same person, but one in the past and one in the present. Well, it is in the present at the present, but it'll actually become the past. So you'll technically be hearing the same person in two different points of time, but we're both in the past, talking over Karth.
Actually, now we are in the present that is rapidly becoming the past. And now there are 3 people talking over Karth. I guess when Samuel L. Jackson asked his lightsaber to be purple, there's some kind of theory that the purple is coming from his dark side and Jedi side combining into one. Yes! His lightsaber fighting style required him to walk the thin line between light side and dark side, because his particular fighting style required aggression. And the aggression had to come from a sort of anger. And it was functionally a modified Sith lightsaber style. He was the only one who knew how to contain his anger so that he would not dip into the dark side. And it is part of the reason he was able to beat Emperor Palpatine in a lightsaber battle.
Hey.
Since they both used similar styles, and Windu was a master at the style.
And what Karth just said about the Sith interrogation techniques, that was foreshadowing.
Oh, I'm sure I'm missing a whole bunch, but that's the gist. That's the gist of it, I think.
And then, this was back when I started streaming at around 150.
And the purple was supposed to be blue and red together.
My debut stream ended up only being like
and that makes Windu dismissing Anakin worse.
Or hour 14.
Because if there was anybody who understood what Anakin was going through, it would have been Mace Windu. And if there was anybody who could have taught him how to control himself without falling into the dark side, it was Mace. But he didn't do it, because Mace Windu was an asshole.
At the time, I only had, I think I had 7 subscribers.
Yeah, 7.
And they all came in for the debut, but then I don't know how many of them still watch.
The purple lightsaber is
I
cool.
hope there's some. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, when I debuted, I had 7 subs. I have no idea if they're still subscribed, or if they've all moved on, or if they're here today, or they'll be here later. I'm not sure.
Oh, God.
It's something that keeps me up at night. No, not really.
And then the year
Yeah,
2,
don't
I
forget
had...
to comment your favorite planet in Star Wars.
At the year 1 mark, I had 17. Year 2, I had...
Oh, that's what it looks like. Hello
At
there, I am
100?
a simple deer man seeking adventure.
I had less than 100. Now I have 125.
And then there's Oblivion. Let's see if I can
So
actually
steady.
finally beat Oblivion.
Sustainable
not done that.
progress.
I used to be so dumb.
Sustainable growth.
I used to think
I wouldn't have it any other day.
foreshadowing was floor shadowing. I thought it was when your shadow on the floor changes in a different shape, showing what you will become in the future. I don't know where the term comes from, to be honest. I studied English for 4 years. I don't know the origins of foreshadowing. No. It just means something's gonna happen. But the hint that something will happen is
foreshadowing.
usually obscure. It's not normally on the nose. Well, if it's done properly.
Year 2 theory about
it'll be
shadow
one
and
of those,
foreshadowing.
oh yeah, remember when that happened? Remember when they said this? But only
Yeah,
if
he
it's
was
done
just
properly.
talking about... I think somebody was in
Kind
the
of
chat
like,
talking
The
about how
Walking
they
Dead.
thought foreshadowing had
Guess that was
something to do with your
semi-close. Yeah,
shadow
you
and
weren't
what it was
too
going to
far off.
become. It's like, no, it just means that something
You
is
weren't
going
too
to
far
happen.
off. Remember
It's
The
a
Walking
hint of what's to
Dead,
come. Like, for
there was
example,
one
all of a
guy,
sudden, the camera pans over to a ticket box for no
what was his
particular
name?
reason. And then
Somebody
later on,
dipped
they talk about,
his
if
fry
I were
in
you,
someone
I'd be
else's
looking
ketchup.
for a ticket.
And it turns out that
And
he
then
was,
you see the character
uh,
go to that ticket box that they showed earlier,
was,
and he just kicks it and he starts
seeing
looking
the
for the
other guy's
tickets.
wife. Can't remember any of their names.
That sort of thing.
But yeah, that was foreshadowing.
Oh, man.
That was a
And then
bad
end
example.
card.
You get what I mean. Oh, go again with your poor me mindset. No, that's not.
Oh, I didn't change the end card. And that's the Chuck E. Cheese we were at. We had pineapple pizza. And now we're here with this giant jalapeno and bacon pizza and pepperoni pizza. Yeah. And that's the end of the video. That's the end of that one. Let's get the sound back on. Awesome. So yeah, that was my reaction to my debut stream. I wished I had done it year 1, but I didn't do it year 1. I mean, I didn't do it my first year because I thought it was corny and silly. I took myself a little too seriously during my first year anniversary. I don't remember what I did. I think I played Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I ran into some issues. I guess time really flies fast. Felt like it's already December in a blink. Yeah. Before you know it, it's already December. End of the year. All year has passed, and on the horizon is a brand new one. It's inevitable. Time passes. You get older. We all die. Maybe we come back. Maybe we don't. The only people who know are the ones who aren't telling us, who can't tell a soul. Sorry about that. I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese every now and again.
Where's this kid I know? He just decided he didn't want to go to school anymore. All he wanted to do was...
Who didn't want to go to school anymore?
Sounds pretty
Oh no, he started rapping. That was a big thing in the early 2000s. The tube, the attitude. And unfortunately, the Chuck E. Cheese that's in my town, it's the natural BGM of a Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. This is Chuck E. Cheese ambience. They got some of the Chuck E. Cheese music, and then they mixed in the sounds of arcade machines, and they put in some chatter. But it's pretty accurate. There's one more sound that I'd like to add to it before I say goodbye. It's the munching sounds. There it is. So this munching sound was from the Ticket Muncher. It was all bassy and distorted. In an actual Chuck E. Cheese restaurant. But when they used physical tickets, you fed it to a ticket muncher machine. And then as you fed it, it would give you a number. And then once you were done, you would push a button. And then it would tell you, you're a winner, save for a bigger prize. And then it would punch out a ticket count. And you had a ticket with a number. It would give you a receipt with a number on it. It said 159 tickets, or 1,669 tickets, or something like that. And then you would take it to the ticket counter, and the person at the at the prize counter. And then they would subtract. I wonder when usually the animatronics from Chuck E. Cheese start to collect victims. I'm not sure. You see, the thing about the real-life animatronics was that they were very frail. Most of them were very cheaply made, so they couldn't really hurt anybody. It wasn't until like the 90s and the 2000s they had some pretty serious force to them, but they weren't as dangerous as the ones in Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh man, they were scary. But I think it was just bad timing and a bad business decision for Chuck E. Cheese to decide to get rid of animatronics right when Five Nights at Freddy's was entering the scene. I think if they maintained the animatronics or even brought in new ones, they probably would have had an explosion of popularity. Because all of a sudden, all these kids want to see real animatronics. And then, boom, you could go to the Chuck E. Cheese and see them. See what the Five Nights at Freddy's were based off of. That would have been really cool. But they insisted that they got rid of them because they were scary looking. But I feel like that was kind of the point. Well, now it would be the point. They are kind of creepy looking. I see. Yeah, they're a little bit scary.
Hey, it's me, Chuck E. Cheese.
Whoa.
That's right, and I'm here to tell you about my new Ticket Blaster.
Ticket Blaster.
Sweet, huh? Race against the clock to grab tickets and other cool prizes. It's free with the reserved birthday party here at this location. Check it out. Check out my new Ticket Blaster. Our birthday star is ready for takeoff. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ticket Blaster!
Wow. Chuck E. Cheese's sketchbook. Tower of Power. Yeah, there's just a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese sound effects in this. Chuck E. Cheese music and things like that. I don't know what's gonna get me in trouble or not. 3 unavailable videos are hidden. Aww. Alright. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. Alright. Well, I did want to play something, but then I decided to watch more of the video than I planned, and I was a little late getting all the videos and audio prepared, and it took me a little longer to prep than normal. But there will be a part 2 of the anniversary on Friday night at 11:50, 11:55. I will be reacting to all of my YouTube shorts and clips videos, and I'll be providing behind the scenes commentary on how I made every single one and what was the thought process in every one. Should be fun. Should be fun. That's I think 3 years worth of stuff. It's gonna be fun. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Thank you for being here all this time. I really do appreciate it. It's still really wild. It's still very, very crazy to me that people want to watch me at all. And then for people that stick around for a long period of time, that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Every single one stops by and subscribes and likes my stuff on wherever I post it. I really do appreciate it. I really do. So here's to another year. Here's to year 4. And it begins Saturday. No, it begins next week. Year 4 begins next week. But this week, we're finishing off year 3. So I will see you next stream. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't have a special end card for the anniversary because I forgot. Sorry. Bye-bye.